NASCAR has been the subject of a rush of headlines recently, and JGR has just introduced an electric stock car. So what does that mean? Is Electric Vehicle NASCAR's near future? Also, what are other NASCAR's off-season updates? Hello Nascarians, welcome back to NASCAR Zone. But before we begin, do subscribe to our channel and hit the like button. Before we really start talking about the electrical development within JGR, I want to tell you some news and show you what's going on in Xfinity Series silly season. In the 2023 NASCAR season, Jeffrey Earnhardt is scheduled to race in the Xfinity Series, marking the return of the Earnhardt name to the sport in a position that is comparable to that of a full-time competitor. Recently, Alpha Prime Racing revealed that Ryan Ellis and Sage Karam will share driving duties in their number 45 Chevrolet during the 2023 NASCAR Xfinity Series season. Since then, the team has also confirmed a full-time driver for their number 44 Chevrolet. During the 2023 season, Jeffrey Earnhardt is set to drive that car. With this news, Earnhardt becomes the first full-time driver for the team since they changed their name from Martin's Motorsports before the 2022 season. During the 2022 season, Earnhardt raced part-time for 3 teams, but not Alpha Prime Racing. He took part in 13 races for Richard Childress Racing, and his best finish was second place at Talladega Superspeedway. He ran in 9 races for Sam Hunt Racing and 3 for Emerling Gase Motorsports. The native of Mooresville, North Carolina, who is now 33 years old, also competed for Circle Sport, the motorsports group, in 34 of the 36 races that were scheduled for the 2017 Cup Series. The last time Earnhardt ran a full schedule in any of NASCAR's series occurred in 2017, when Dale Earnhardt Jr. competed full-time in the Cup Series for the final time before he retired. This was the last time Earnhardt ran a full schedule in any of NASCAR's series. With Jeffrey's deal with Alpha Prime Racing and Dale Jr.'s plan to run 2 Xfinity Series races for his own junior motorsports team, after running one each season since retiring from the Cup Series. The first race of Jeffrey Earnhardt's 2023 season will be at Daytona, where the Earnhardt family name is almost inscribed on the mailbox in Victory Lane. Grandpa Dale won 34 races at Daytona International Speedway, including the prized Daytona 500 in 1998. Uncle Jr. won 15 times at Daytona, including twice in the 500. Kerry has a total of 13 starts at Daytona in his career, with his best finish being a 14th place finish in the Xfinity Series. Now let's get to know why JGR has introduced an electric stock car. NASCAR is continuing to move forward into the future, and Joe Gibbs Racing has a new electric Cup vehicle, giving them an advantage over the rest of the competition. You got that right. An electric version of the Camry TRD was developed by Toyota and JGR. However, it is not intended for racing. The sole purpose of the electric Joe Gibbs racing car is for training purposes. This will make it possible for the pit crews to rehearse without having to leave the garage, without having to burn fuel merely to practice, and will be of great assistance to their operations over there. There is a widespread misconception that electric cars are the way forward for racing, but this won't be the case for a very long time if it ever does. JGR has accomplished something here that is quite fascinating. Now there are no plans to implement electric power on NASCAR tracks in the near future. The product that we end up using is the result of a lot of work behind the scenes, some of which take the form of partnerships, sponsorships, and other types of transactions. It is unlikely that Sunoco will willingly relinquish its position as the sport's official gasoline provider anytime soon. Keeping all of this in mind, it is wise for a group to carry out these actions. This demonstrates adaptability, regardless of the direction that the electric trend takes with the sport. Additionally, if it helps reduce the resources that are utilized during practice, then it is a bonus for the team as well. In the year 2024, hybrid powertrains should become more commonplace if all goes according to plan. It's possible that JGR is attempting to get a head start on the latest technological developments. Is this the beginning of a new chapter for Joe Gibbs Racing? What do you think? Tell us in the comments below. Also, do subscribe to our channel for more updates on NASCAR. Joe Gibbs Racing is entering a new era in the company's long and illustrious history. And it's not only because they're introducing the first electric NASCAR ride and no more Kyle Busch. Both the Candyman and the Mars sponsorship have disappeared now that the company has decided to quit racing for good. However, there is talk that one of their younger drivers is quite talented and will soon be rising up. It goes without saying that we are referring to Ty Gibbs, who is the grandson of Joe Gibbs. After winning the Xfinity Series in 2022, he will move up to the Cup Series with JGR to drive the number 54 car in the following season. This year, he took over for Kurt Busch in the final portion of the race schedule. He was a driver for 2311, racing from Pocono all the way to Phoenix. After this, he will be considered to be in his first year of competition officially. He will have the opportunity to start making an impact right away. It would not be surprising in the least if he showed up and won a couple of races, particularly on the road courses. Another news we have is Rockingham Speedway. NASCAR used to race on a track that has now been repaved, and work is still going on to get NASCAR back to Rockingham Speedway. The Speedway's leadership revealed in October that the facility was going to be upgraded at a cost of multiple millions of dollars. On Tuesday, the racetrack published a snapshot of a new layer of asphalt that had been laid around the sweeping turn of the speedway. The last time NASCAR visited Rockingham Speedway was in 2013 for a solo event in the Camping Work Truck Series. Since that time, the racetrack has been sold to new owners and received $9 million as a reward from the American Rescue Plan. Rockingham Speedway's Vice President of Operations, Justin Jones, stated to Queen City News that the organization's objective is to entice big racing series, such as the NASCAR Cup Series, the KRS Tour, ARSCA, and Formula Drift. According to Jones, "My objective when I originally accepted this role was to repair the basis of Rockingham in the hopes of reintroducing Rockingham into the cornerstone of NASCAR. From the beginning of the NASCAR Cup Series in 1948 until the season's conclusion in February 2004, Rockingham was a regular stop on the tour. The track surface was already rough at the time of the race because it had been exposed to the elements for a long period. It is estimated that the asphalt is older than 30 years, and core samples suggest that it has been repaved a minimum of 3 to 4 times in the past. According to the leaders of the track, they intend to add lights and rebuild the executive suites. There are also plans to improve the 526 Mile Little Rock, which is built behind the backstretch of the larger track. What are your thoughts regarding this? Let us know in the comments below. That's all for today. Hope you enjoyed it. So don't forget to subscribe to our channel to see more of our videos on NASCAR updates. Look forward to seeing you in the next video.